Hi everybody, so a long-awaited tour of my fabric stash, but I thought seeing as my room is so small, I would slice in some footage of my sewing room as well. Now here in the UK we have something called a box room in a Victorian house. I don't think our house is exactly Victorian, but the box room stays, and basically it's a baby room or a cot room, that sort of thing, and genuinely is very small. So I reckon it's probably, I don't know, 2.5 meters by 3 meters, something like that, maybe even smaller than that, but it's perfect for my use. You'll see in a minute, but anyway, let me show you where all the magic happens. Okay, so we approach my room, and on here we've got the Persephone trousers that I just need to pop the buttonhole on, and I'll just take you around my room in no particular order. As you can see, it's very small, so you've got a window there. This here is the fabric stash, which I'll show you in a moment. No sewing room would be complete without a Kallax unit, as you can see there, and I'll explain in a moment why I've got a mannequin here and a mannequin here. But let me talk you through some of the artwork, which I love. My husband got me this. We saw it on an Instagram post actually, and it's like, we didn't have more than one dog at the time, but this is pretty much Lara. Then we've pretty much got Alice just here, or no, Alice here. And then Teely, who is obviously quite new into our lives, is in my arms. So it's like the poster knew what we wanted before we even had it. But here we've got a beautiful card that my friend had made for me for our 20th wedding anniversary. I am mad about cows. I love a Frisian cow, or any cows of any kind really. My daughter had this made for me, which is very sweet. The cow theme continues there, that's actually from a book called Where Do All the Cows Go? It's based on the Glastonbury fields. So on my edge of my picture there is dropped down. And then this takes pride of place in my room. There's a wonderful cross stitch of my dog Lara, who passed away this year, but Michelle, the lovely Michelle from Sewing Bunny, actually made that for me years ago now. It's got to be at least 3 or 4 years ago, if not 5, when we were part of the Felicity Fabrics vlogging group, and we did a Secret Santa, and that is what she made me, which I look at it every day and think of her and think of my lovely Whippet as well. So very, very kind. Thank you, Michelle. I've got a notice board here of all sorts of paraphernalia. We've got letters and cards, and let me think here, sizes. That's actually the size of the model that I worked with. Some tidbits from holidays. And in fact, actually, that is me. I am 20 there. Look, see, my love of cows continues. Look at my hair. Oh my word, look at my hair. And this here is actually my husband again. That was 20 years ago. That's when we met. And my lovely dad, who I was just speaking about yesterday, he's 83 now, so he'd have been not even 60, maybe. Oh my god. And I think I look at that picture actually, and so my dad there was probably only a few years off what I am now. There's my besties there. That was our 50th, or one of our 50ths. Just lovely, lovely gifts. So, and this card here actually, and this card is from the lovely Liz from Baker That Sews. She sent me those a few years ago, so thank you, Liz. I just love it. There's a little rosy cheeks label, I think. Look, I love collecting bits and pieces. So I've got some Maison Fauve paraphernalia here, etc., etc. And these lovely coupons she made for me when she was, I don't know, 6 or 7, I think. Look, isn't that sweet? I never have cashed that in. And then people ask me all the time about my machines, and these are always obviously in the background when I'm doing my thing. As you can see, I've got the Singer overlocker, which is often the Singer that the overlocker, that Lidl has for sale. It actually stitches really well, but it's incredibly noisy. And then I've got the Brother overlocker, which is my workhorse. That's the 3034D, and as you can see, I've got one's threaded up with navy, but it was meant to be black, and this one is with white. I don't usually have the two side by side like that, but when I've been doing lots of gift sewing, it was just easier. And actually, ironically, yesterday, look, the new overlocker there it's turned up. Usual, I can see I haven't tidied a huge amount. I am actually quite a tidy person, but I haven't tidied up a huge amount, just keeping this real. The usual sort of mugs and cups and things of paraphernalia, which is lovely. And then my main sewing machine, is the Innovis. Oh, I said someone asked me the other day and I thought it was the Innovis 15, but it's not, it's the Innovis 5420. So why do I have one mannequin there and one mannequin here? Well, the simple answer to that is that it'd be nicer for you to sort of see, well, I'm not sure it's nice for you to see my face, but it's weird when I'm talking to you out loud and you can't see my face. So I was kindly gifted the blue mannequin by one of my patients at my dental practice who no longer sews, and we got talking and she kindly gifted that to me. It's had a life of its own and it's definitely vintage. It's actually falling apart a little bit, but I'm hugely grateful to her. And then the purple or the pinky one that you see there also was gifted to me by my best friend's daughter. And she was sewing a number of years ago. She doesn't do it anymore, and her grandma bought that for her. And when I was working for Lady McElroy earlier in the year, it turned out that that mannequin was perfect size for Anila, who was the lady I was sewing for. I haven't done any more work for Lady McElroy yet, which is fine. It's one of those things, that's just how freelance work goes from time to time. But I kept it, and I was kindly gifted it, and I kept it because should I need to do any work for someone that is very slender in the future, then that's the perfect thing to have, really. So on the top here, sorry, excuse my lights, I'm just trying to make the light the room a bit brighter. Usual paraphernalia of, see, I haven't tidied that bit up very well, have I? But I've got some French curves here. I've got the same sewing books that you've probably got. A lovely picture of me and my besties. That's when we had a lovely weekend away in Oxford. This needs sorting, but that again is a collection of birthday cards and lovely gifts from people and things like that, so I can't not have that. Now every space, I'm just going to trip over a dog I think, every space in my sewing room is utilised. As you can see, here's my windowsill, and my ironing board is the most used surface in my sewing room by far, obviously apart from my sewing desk. But I use a pin on here, obviously iron on here. I don't iron anything, so the only time the iron gets used is when I am sewing, which is all the time, but I don't actually iron any clothes ever. Yep, you heard me right. Now in the Kallax here, I've got top patterns, predominantly trouser patterns, dress patterns, and other, so jackets and underwear and things, underwear patterns, things like that in there. Yeah, but I utilise every surface. There's me in the mirror. So I've got a nice window here, which is lovely. And then over here is, I'm not going to even, let's see if I can zoom out a bit. Yeah, there you go. This is, so these are patterns. These are sort of obviously paper patterns. And as you can see, I've only got 2 baskets of pattern patterns. In the third one there is sort of hams, as in sewing hams, and some bits and pieces and a few more patterns. I just want to show you, this is my fabric stash. So 2 shelves, and if I scan down here, if I just talk you through this. So in the bottom here, this is fabric scraps, not usable for whole pieces. That is an empty box with an empty shelf. Actually, they are the patterns for Lady McElroy, the project I did. They are Anila's size. And then this shelf here actually has got predominantly remnants and unusual fabrics on it. So this is a remnant of wool, as is that, which is I made my coat from. This is left over from the gifts I made at Christmas, so that's really new. These are random fabrics from the Birmingham Rag Market, and that's actually from Walthamstow. What's the bottom one there? Oh, that's actually an unopened pack of swimwear fabric. So they're really unusual fabrics. And then this stash here are these top ones are ribbing. It's got 3 lots of ribbing there. And then these are all remnants that are about shorts or grenadine skirt length. And then, believe it or not, the only 2 shelves of fabric I actually have are these 2. So I don't know if you're surprised by that or not, but that's it. That's my entire fabric stash. Let's face it, I make a lot of clothes, so mine are actually converted into clothes, obviously. So we got this. Actually came from, the name of it's completely escaped me. Oh, that's going to bother me. From a sort of surprise bundle. That's really nice shirting fabric. That was from a fabric swap. That also was, no, that was a remnant from Rainbow Fabrics at one of the shows. That's a Maison Fauve, quite a big remnant left. That I got quite recently at Cost Control, and that I bought from All Set to Sew when they, what was it called? Little Miss So-and-so when they were closing. That's a Lady McElroy. This I've had for years. There's 2 remnants here from Sew Over It, which I still haven't made anything with. Oh, that's that glorious fabric from France. What else have we got here? Oh, that's the glorious fabric from Beyond the Pink Door. That's a Lady McElroy that I bought from Little Miss So-and-so when they were closing. Sorry if you can hear my husband in the background. You've got a lovely embroidered cotton. That was from Birmingham Market this year. That's from France as well. And then you'll know this one. This is I am actually going to make the Andy dress from Vicky Sews out of this one. That was also from Birmingham. It's like a burnt out, sort of like different sheerness of white jersey. That actually I bought from Tamlin, from a D-stash. That was from... Sorry, my husband's just going out. So yeah, bought that from Tamlin as a D-stash. I believe that was one of the Beyond the Pink Door subscription boxes. This again I bought that from Barry's in Birmingham. That's Rib from Barry's. That was from So Affordable, which is a website on Facebook. That was from a fabric swap. I'm not sure I'll ever use that, if I'm honest. And that's a remnant from the Birmingham Rag Market. This was the tweed that I made my tweed runner outfit from. So I made a suit out of that. I think these 2 probably are my longest holding fabrics. I think probably this one is. This is a green vegan wool from Fabric Godmother. I've never used it. And this also is a vegan wool from Fabric Godmother, and that's the wrong colour. Not sure why I haven't used the green one, just haven't found the right fabric yet, pattern yet for that. I thought, although I'd love to make a Sapporo out of that, I would. But how many more jackets do I need in my life? And then up the top here, you've got a stack of sort of trouser weight fabrics. So you've got a denim there, which again was from that shop that I can't remember the name of. This was from Roy's at the Knitting and Stitching Show. That is, I love that fabric. I so need to use that up. That is from Dot Studios. That is from Cloth Control recently. That's from Barry's. A lovely, that's so nice as well. This one is linen again from Little Miss So-and-so when they were closing down. This is a random white stretch trouser weight fabric. And this also, do you remember I made a Wendy dress? I bought this from Rainbow Fabrics, thinking it was going to be sateen to make a party dress out of. It turns out this is basically trouser weight satin fabric. So there you go. That is the whole caboodle. Are you surprised? Tell me what you think. I'm really interested. I've also got some tools here. So this is, I love this actually. Never had one before, but use it all the time. This is what I just got given. Sewing keeps me sane. I'll just pop that there for safekeeping for now. My dad made me this lovely cotton reel holder. See, look, I keep hold of everything. In fact, that's... Look, dear Mum, enjoy from Molly. She made me a picnic once. I keep a lot of things. My dad made me this, which is so sweet. And it used to hang behind me in my conservatory. And he actually, in fact, he made me both. Look, see? And he used cotton reels to make the hearts. I just think that's so sweet. And there is my tripod. So, I don't know if you're surprised or whether you knew, but this is my tiny space and is my safe space. So, I hope you enjoyed seeing it.